Namaskar, Om. We are continuing with the Shankara Bhashya of the second chapter. So now we'll start with the 28th shloka or verse. Avyaktadini bhudani vyaktamadhyani bharata avyakta nidhananyeva tatraka paridevana. As far as the living beings are concerned, we don't know the past. Means we don't know about their conditions before their birth, and we don't know about their whereabouts after their death also. So we know only the middle. We can know about their details from birth to death, not beyond birth or not after death. Hence, why should you grieve about these people? Because we don't know about their past and we don't know about their future. Avyaktani, avyaktam adarshanam anupalabdhi. So Krishna uses the word avyakta. Avyakta in the sense that we are not seeing their past or we are not seeing their future. Avyakta. It is not manifested to us. Adi esham bhudanam putramitradi karya karana sanghādatmakam tani avyaktadini bhudani prakutpatte. The whereabouts of your children, your relatives, your friends, you don't know before their birth. You are seeing them only after their birth. So, before their birth, you are unaware about their whereabouts and their details and how they lived. Everything you are unaware. Utpannani cha prak maranat vyaktamadhyani avyakta nidhanani eva puna avyaktam adarshanam. So after birth till their death you see them, their behavior, their reactions, their status, you know from birth to death. Only such period is aware or manifested to you. Nidhanam maranamesham tani avyakta nidhanani maranad urdhamavi avyaktameva pratipadyade ityarthaha. After death, you have no idea about them. Their details, their whereabouts, how they live, where are they, you have no idea. It is avyakta. You have no idea about them. Tadhaja uktam adarsanadapatita punascha gadanasu tavana tasyatvam vridhaka paridevana. So Shankara is quoting the one verse from Mahabharata, from the Stri Parva. Adarsanadapatita. They came from, all your relatives came from an unseen world or unseen space. You don't know about that. Their whereabouts were unknown. Punascha gada. After death also, they go to a place which is not seen by you. You have no idea to contact them. Tavana tasya tam vridhaka paridevana. So you see only the middle part. only such short period can be interpreted by you. So why do you grieve for such a short period? You are unaware about their details before their birth, and you are completely unaware of their details after their death. So what's the use of grieving about them in such a short period? Tatra ka paridevana ko va pralapa adrishta drishta pranashta bhranti bhudeshu ityarthaha. So these beings, these human beings and animals, so you are seeing the middle part, and that too is an illusion. These beings are all illusory beings, and even the details of these illusory beings before their birth and after their death is not known to you. So why do you grieve about such illusory beings, human beings or animals? Because it's only for a short period, and that too, these beings are bhranti matra, really illusory. Durvijnaya ayam pragadatma kim tvam eva ekam upalabhe sadharana bhranti nimitte kadam durvijnaya ayam atma iti ata aha. So we are discussing that this soul is beyond comprehension. It is difficult to understand the details. So, why it is so difficult? Usually the common man has no idea about the soul. Only those people who are having that wisdom, only that people know the details of the soul. So Krishna is giving the details in the 29th verse. Ascharyavat paschati kaschidena, ascharyavat vatati tadaiva chanya, ascharyavaschainam anyashrunoti, shrutvapyenam vedana chaiva kaschit. Ascharyavat paschati kaschidena. And some people hear about or see this soul as something wonderful or with a surprise. Oh, great. Ascharyavat vadadi. And some people talk about this soul with surprise. It's like that. It is like this. And Ascharyavat manyashrunoti. And some people hear with surprise. Oh, wonderful. Shrutvapyenam vedana chaiva kaschit. Even if these people talk, hear, they don't really understand about this soul. Because it is durvijnaya. It is not easily comprehended by the ordinary people. We are not saying that it is not comprehensible. It is comprehensible if you follow the right path, in the right way, it is comprehensible. But for the ordinary public, it is durvijnaya, difficult to comprehend. Ascharyavat ascharya adhishtapurvam adbhutam akasmat drishyamanam. They have not seen such a thing. They have not seen the soul. So it's for ascharyavat, something seen for the first time. Oh, I haven't seen this before. Like that, they react. Ascharyavat ascharyamevayanam atmanam pashyati kaschit. So, a thing which is seen for the first time, or you go to some new place and seeing the things there and you are wonderstruck. Oh, great. Likewise, some people react about this Atma or soul. Ascharyavat enam vadadi tata eva cha anya. Ascharyavat yena anyas shrunoti. So some people talk with such great illustrations. Oh, it is like this. The soul is like this. And some people hear with much enthusiasm. Oh, great. But Shrutva, Drishtva, Uktvapi, Yenam Atmanam Vedanacha Eva Kaschit. So you should understand that the ordinary people, even when they hear, see, and talk, they have no idea about this soul. They are nowhere near the soul because they don't follow the right way, the right path. They don't get the right instructions. Hence, even after hearing, even after talking, they don't have any real idea about this soul. Athava ayam atmanam pashyati sa ascharya-tulyayo vadadi. And Shankara is interpreting now it in another way. We can think that because this soul is incomprehensible to the ordinary people, we can say that the man who understands and know this soul, he is ascharyavat pashyati. So he is a rare person. Yada shrunoti. Aneka sahasreshu kastiteva bhavati. So he may be a man 1 in 1,000 or 1 in lakh who is able to comprehend this soul, the nature of the soul, who can experience his soul. So he is a very, very rare person. 1 in 1,000 or 1 in a lakh. So such a rare thing it is. Ata durbodha atma iti abhiprayaha. It's durbodha. Durbodha means it's so your brain cannot comprehend it so easily, because ordinary people are just considering all these things they see and hear as truth. So such people, comprehending the soul will be a difficult thing. For them it is durbodha, a thing which is difficult to understand or experience or realize. Ada idanim prakaranardam upasamharati. So Krishna was describing the nature of the soul as indestructible, eternal, without birth, without death. So that topic he is going to conclude by the next verse. Dehi nityam avadhyoyam dehe sarvasya bharata tasmat sarvani bhudani natvam shochitum arhasi. This soul which is residing in this body is indestructible, and this body will be destroyed. There is no doubt about that. So this is the case with every human being, every animal. It is the same. So tasma sarvani bhutani. So there is no point in grieving about anybody. Natvam shojitum arhasi. This is the case with each and every individual. The soul is indestructible and the body is destroyable. So you cannot change it. So natvam shochitum arhasi. For considering this fact, you don't have to grieve about anybody in this world. Dehi shariri nityam sarvada sarvavastasu avadhya. This soul which is residing in this body is eternal, and it is indestructible in every sense, in all stages. Niravayavatvat, because it is without any organs or any appendages. It is eternal. Nityatvat cha tatra avadhya. Ayam dehe sharire sarvasya sarvagatatvat stavaradishu stida abhi. This soul, because it is omnipresent, it is present in every body, including plants and animals. So don't think that the soul is there only for the human beings. It is present because it is eternal, it is omnipresent, it cannot be divided. Hence, it is present in every animal and every plant. Sarvasya pranijadasya dehe vadhyamane api ayam dehina vadhyo. Even when all the bodies of these animals and human beings and plants, even when they are destroyed, this soul is not at all destroyed. Yasmat tasmat bhishmadini. Hence, you don't have to grieve about this Bhishma, Drona or any of your relatives, because the soul is indestructible. Sarvani bhutani uddishya natvam shochitum arhasi. So concerning them or considering them, may it be Bhishma or Drona or any of your relatives, there is no point in grieving, and you should not grieve about such people.